in 2023. 16 elite fighters from all over Europe will enter a single pyramid and over 5 tournaments. They will fight for a share of 1 million euros in prize money. Already included are the #1 Hungarian fighter,
Kurtets looking for the takedown, got the body lock.
Mate Kurtets, German warrior,
He is summoning the Celt within him to furiously pound down.
Christian the Celt Junkworth. The only fighter outside of Europe will be Oktagon fan favorite, the Brazilian Predator, Apollo Silva. Serbian Prometheus, Bojan Velikovic. The middleweight champion,
Oh, look at this!
Patrick Kinkel. German superstar, Christian Eckerlin. The undisputed welterweight king, David Cosma. Plus, many more fighters from around Europe. They will all fight for their share of 1 million euros. And the winner of the grand finale will take home a check for 300,000 euros. Ladies and gentlemen, Oktagon MMA brings you Tip Sport Game Changer. For more information, start following us on social media and oktagon.tv.
Světová šampionka Monika VOLACNO Chochlíková.
Chochlíková je fantastická a ověnčená stand-uperka tak, jako snad žádná jiná žena na světě.
Zkusila se oblepit kolem Chochlíkové, ta dává rychlou přední přískokem.
A na svém kontě 3 vítězné zápasy.
Teď však Moniku čeká ještě o něco tvrdší oříšek. Katharina Dalisda.
Černý pás judu, velké úspěchy v jiu-jitsu a velmi dobrý postoj. To je mix, který dává německé bojovnici velkou sebedůvěru před tímto očekávaným duelem.
Toto je zápas, kde se stretne světová úroveň kickboxu proti světové úrovni juda.
V MMA je ale jasné, že Dalisda, která je nebezpečná v postoji, si ji pokusí vzít také na zem. Pakliže však dokáže Chochlíková zvítězit, stane se s největší pravděpodobností velkou favoritkou na příští titulovou bitvu.
Here we go, strawweight action. These ladies taking centre stage, and this lady coming off the back of a fantastic debut for Oktagon. That was Oktagon 36. This lady's name, Katharina TIGRESS Dalisda. Now, Jan, she watched Oktagon 33 in Frankfurt in the crowd as a spectator. She's part of MMA Spirit over there in Frankfurt, and she said, I had to be part of the next event. She said, now that's my dream. She made it happen. Then she fought Mallory Martin. Mallory Martin, who's fought for the UFC, fought for Invicta, held titles in other promotions. Arguably, you look at her opponents' records, much more experienced and much more deadly as far as opponents. Dalisda was cool, calm, controlled the distance, controlled the range. Her right hand dropped Mallory Martin twice, but she didn't get greedy, didn't chase it up. She just stayed disciplined, controlled the fight, got the victory, and then said, get me on the next card as well. That's how you make your career, right? You put in the performances, you call your next shot, and you turn up and you take on somebody like Monika Chochlíková tonight.
Exactly. For her, it's a great opponent, and then great opponent again, because Mallory Martin, she only lost in UFC and
That's
with
right.
her,
Yes,
obviously, and now she's facing 3-0 Chochlíková, so another big obstacle.
Really big obstacle, and skill set wise, this young lady has been training judo since she was 7 years of age. She's a judo black belt, so over 17 years experience in that alone. And now we welcome Monika Chochlíková. What a welcome, look at the smile. She loves these moments, and this is the sort of factor some people are missing, and we talked about. She's the underdog in this fight, Jan. She's 3-0 as a mixed martial artist, with fantastic performances throughout that. One submission finish in her debut by Scorpion Crunch on Bellator. She has got 91 professional Muay Thai fights, 77 victories. This walk is not unfamiliar to her. Like the emotions, the feeling of competition, it's second nature to her. Add to that her skill set, her competitive nature, that nickname Volcano because she is tenacious. She loves this game. I think people are underestimating her, and she is grateful for that. She said, for me, that's the pressure off. When I headline fights like PML, one of her promotions that she puts on with her boyfriend, all the pressure's on her. Everyone expects her to win. Tonight, she said, everyone expects me to lose. She said, so I'm going to go in there and I'm going to have fun. That's freedom, right?
That's freedom. Being an underdog is a good feeling because you don't have to deal with the pressure. You don't have to deal with everybody who's saying, I put my bets on you. I got my money on you. And for her, being an underdog is quite surprising because her opponent beat Mallory Martin, as we said.
Yeah.
That's probably the main reason why she's the favorite. But on the other hand, Chochlíková, she's experienced in the stand-up disciplines. She's much taller than her opponent.
Yeah,
and
great point.
Plus, she never lost.
She has never lost in mixed martial arts, and she is getting a hero's welcome here as we are set and ready for this strawweight contest. She seems very emotional, actually. Like that was when she did that lap of honor, a little tear in her eye, but that I'm sure will transmit into the energy in the performance. Now we see the tail of the tape, 26 versus 31. The heights, though, Jan, you highlighted
that's what
it.
I talked about. 10 centimeters, especially when you're a stand-up fighter. You want to control your fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a strawweight bout that is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and the referee in charge of this bout is Gerd Richter. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we will start in the blue corner. She is 31 years old, stands 160 centimeters tall and weighs in at 52.2 kilos. Represent Team MMA Spirit, and the coaches in her corner are Mohamed Ali, Rassa Hayati and Mehdi Meziri. Professional record of 10 fights, 7 wins and 3 losses. Representing a Neruda Cup team, deepcbd.cz. Fighting out of Germany, Katharina TIGRESS Dalisda.
Let's go!
In the red corner, she's 26 years old, stands 170 centimeters tall, weighs in at 52.3 kilo. Represents Team Victory Gym Trenčín, and the coaches in her corner are Tomáš Tadlánek and Jakub Miller. Professional record of 3 fights and 3 wins. Fighting out of Slovakia, Monika Volcano Chochlíková.
Ladies, you know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. When I say stop, you stop. Fight hard, fight fair. Touch your gloves, please. Step back in your corner.
Just to finish that thought, when you're a stand-up fighter and you want that fight to go in your way, 10 centimeters is a lot.
It's a long way, right? Especially when you're against an elite stand-up striker. So off we go. Katharina Dalisda in the white kit, blue corner, taking on Monika Chochlíková. She is in the black kit, red corner. Me, BRYAN, LACEY alongside Jan Malak. The crowd in fine voice here at the Ostrava Arena. Southpaw versus Orthodox here. And we talked about that cage. The footwork of Monika is so good. She's so good at finding that open space, right? Oh. Looked like she was stepping in for the clinch there.
Yes, and watch out. A good defense so far in the open, but right now they're at the fence.
And this is Dalisda's. We haven't seen it in the Oktagon cage yet. Mallory Martin is a striking clinic, but Dalisda, a tenacious grappler, a judoka. And look at the way she reaps the leg there, breaking the base bit by bit down. This was what people said. They thought Dalisda might stand and strike with Chochlíková for a bit, but MMA Spirit are great at carving out athletes, but they're also great at game planning for opponents, and it feels like that's exactly what they've set their fighter out to do against Chochlíková.
But Chochlíková is doing a great job. I mean, she got taken down, but yeah, she's not giving up.
And she's getting a cheer every time she finds her way back to her feet. What's she got to do from this position to get out of this clinch here?
Frame, push her head off her chest, either with the palm or with the forearm.
Oh, almost stayed on her feet, but tenacious takedown once again for Dalisda. And this wears on you as well, doesn't it, Jan? I mean, defensively, try and keep somebody off you and who's muscling you, basically. We're going to see exactly what sort of conditioning Chochlíková comes into this fight with.
Sometimes these first exchanges either help you when you're defending, when you can realize that, okay, I'm able to deny her takedown attempts, and sometimes it's like, oh, she's strong, she will take me down again.
And Dalisda looking to impose herself early in this fight. 2 minutes 30 seconds gone. Chochlíková trying to push away. Oh, can't make space. Now she needs to get back to her feet. Circle straight into the center of the cage, and listen once again to Ostrova cheering on Chochlíková. She's tasted a bit of the grappling now, yeah, and it's so important now she doesn't get caught in close range with Dalisda again, right?
Yes. She has to use the full space in the cage, because that's the key how to avoid Dalisda's takedowns.
And Dalisda fighting out of MMA Spirit. There's not many females that fight over there, but there's also not many strawweights, so she ends up doing her rounds with the guys. So she says that has helped me with my strength, dealing with the guys' strength who are wrestling me or doing the drills. And you can see it, right? She's got those thick legs. She's very strong in her upper body. And add to that, she's actually extremely technical in these spots.
I noticed that fighters from MMA Spirit are very technical when it comes to wrestling, and so is Dalisda. She doesn't just rely on her power. She changed that wrestling. Yeah. She moves from one position to another.
1 minute left in this first round. And the game plan's out. Dalisda wants this in close quarters. She's managed to get it there to the mat. Chochlíková doing well to avoid a lot of the damage though, Jan. But she's pinned against this cage. Again, as it frames, is that what she needs? She's trying to fire knees up the middle.
That strength difference is clearly visible.
Oh, elbows from the bottom.
And Chochlíková pushed off again, and good right hand for Chochlíková.
And she's got the bit between her teeth, and she looks angry now. This is not the fight she wants and not the way it wants to go. Look at her walking down Dalisda, but there.
Beautiful timing by Dalisda.
That level change, using that momentum of Chochlíková.
Look, listen, Dalisda is going to win the first round, obviously. But I wonder what the first round and those non-stop takedown attempts did to her cardio. And Chochlíková landed that right hand. So she knows that it's there, the way is there.
Yeah, Chochlíková, once she got she almost pushed her straight off and back to her feet, and she walked her down twice. But that pressure and walking her down, she needs to be careful, because that timing on the takedown for Dalisda for that final takedown in that round was exquisite. Chochlíková there, her boyfriend in her corner as well as her coach. Let's look back at some of the action here, mate. Here's one of the takedown attempts, and like you said, it was the way she chained some of these together as well. And these are the elbows from bottom. So, again, I'm going to put you in the corner of Chochlíková. Key parts of advice you would give her, say you were in the corner coming out here. Now you know what Dalisda wants to do.
My advice would be push her, because every time Dalisda is controlling the center of Oktagon, she's able to get the takedown. You see?
Yes. Also, when she gets it to the cage, so within a couple of yards of the cage, that's when you see Dalisda. Oh. This now you see trying to back Chochlíková, use that wall as a way to catch her opponent, and she's done it again, Jan.
So, game plan for Dalisda is quite obvious.
And Chochlíková, her last 3 fights, 2 in mixed martial arts and 1 in Muay Thai. They've all gone to a decision.
You see, Chochlíková is using that left hand just for, maybe she tries to get in an underhook, or maybe she tries to avoid punches from that right hand of Dalisda, but she should use that left hand to frame, like I said, and to create distance between Dalisda's head and her chest, and then circle out of that situation.
It feels like, and you can hear the corner cheering them on, every time she makes that little bit of space, Jan, she's using it to fire a knee up. And the corner keep cheering for that, but they're not going to be the effective type of strikes.
Sometimes corner does that just to show judges that it's
connected,
it's connected, and that's a heavy strike or whatever.
But with that space, you've got to say she could use that better, trying to circle out, or in on the single now is Dalisda. Oh, drop and roll.
I have mixed feelings about Chochlíková's performance so far, because sometimes she looks great in those wrestling exchanges. She does things correctly, but then from all of a sudden she makes a big mistake and ends up
I think what we're actually seeing is obviously Chochlíková highly decorated in striking, but we are seeing a hole in the game in mixed martial arts right now. Positional understanding for one, and now again coming up against somebody who's such a high-level grappler. Oh, trying to get that reversal.
She has to be careful. She has to be careful not to give her back up against a skilled wrestler and grappler like Dalisda.
That's the way. That's the way. Oh, trying to fire her way over. Wall walk. Now she's giving up her back. Oh.
And this is Dalisda's moment.
Yeah, Dalisda firing shots down. She might look to isolate that arm as well. 1 minute 55 seconds. Oh, I don't know exactly what happened there, but they had a couple of words. I don't know who's counting those punches, Jan. They don't seem like it. Oh, she might go for the arm.
Maybe if Dalisda wants to hold the position and not to risk anything, she should stay in the mount and don't try to go for an armbar or any other submission.
I think you've read it exactly there, because she's kind of lowered her base, put her hips right on top of her, and she's just riding her opponent now, just making it miserable.
You see Carlos Vemola doing when he's on top, when he's in the full mount, he just stays there until you give your backup.
Yeah.
And that's the right way how to do it, because when you go for an armbar, it's a risk.
Oh, starting to wear some of the damage now is Chochlíková, a little welt on the right side of her right eye.
For a short moment, Dalisda was in a side position, and now she's back in full mount.
Another strong performance here from the German fighter. Last fought on the last event, Oktagon 36 now, putting in yet another impressive performance against what is a rising star in mixed martial arts, what is already a star in Muay Thai. Oh, he's a big shot. That's a big shot. Now she's upping this.
Last 15 seconds of round number 2.
And now making a mark, making an exclamation mark on the end of this round is Katharina TIGRESS Dalisda. And Monika Chochlíková survives the round, goes back to her corner. How important is this 1 minute, Jan? How important is the corner now for Monika Chochlíková to reset her for round 3?
To be honest, I think that in order to win this fight, she would have to...
She needs a finish.
She needs a finish.
Yeah.
And she's not that much of a finisher. So she has to go all in.
All in, and 5 minutes to play. On the flip corner, Max Koga there with Katharina Dalisda. Those two, such a close bond. Niels as well from MMA Spirit, and they'll be happy with this work. Talk us through some of these moments, this action, Jan.
There's that top position for Dalisda, where she remained patient.
Oh, but look at these, they missed those shots, but towards the end of the round...
Those shots were missed, but towards the end of the round, she was able to connect.
First off her stool was Monika Chochlíková. Round 3 set to get underway. Dalisda in the blue corner, Chochlíková in the red. Here we go, 5 minutes. Can she change the tide of this fight? Or Katharina Dalisda, the Tigress, can she claim victory over another high-level fighter here in the Oktagon cage?
And odds didn't change that much. Yeah, Chochlíková kicked a single leg kick. Dalisda anticipated it and took her down.
Yeah, really well timed there. And again, Chochlíková now on bottom in full guard this time. Dalisda will be happy to work from here. She's in the center of the cage as well, Jan. In the first round, we saw Chochlíková use the cage to wall walk, but out in this open water with that close guard, it's difficult, right?
It's difficult, especially when she was she was told to finish her opponent, and when you want to finish your opponent, you can just wait for him and run. You got to go forward and go for it, and that's what she tried to do, but Dalisda anticipated it, and she timed that takedown perfectly. And on the ground, there's clearly there's levels to it.
That's big difference, right?
There are levels to it, but
you've got to give credit as well to Chochlíková for taking this fight. And she did say, "Look, I understand. This lady's been grappling for however long, a huge majority of her life in mixed martial arts as well. And it is the challenges, right? And this is what this is all about. And you have to have something that makes you excited, like your fight." That motivates you to get up early, to do the extra work. Yes. And for Chochlíková, she talked about this fight in the same sort of aspect. But she will be learning these lessons. It's the cliche, you win and you learn. But right now she is learning that Dalisda is physically just so imposing. And then you add on to that the technique. Look at the way she controls from those positions. She really, you know, gives you no way out, no escape, no exit.
Dalisda, when she lands heavy shots. She's not landing that much, but when she does, I bet Chochlíková feels it.
Yeah, well, she's wearing some of that damage as well.
Plus, Dalisda is being active in that full guard. Full guard is a position where sometimes referee can tell fighters to stand up, to get up, because it's, I don't want to say they are stalling, but full guard is just not that effective for striking from the top, as full mount is.
Oh, there was a little bit of space there, but...
Yeah, and that's why Dalisda went for a side position.
And you see where she positions her weight as well, yeah, right on the upper torso, because that takes the hips away, right? That's the key to escaping or trying to get some space in that position.
Yes.
1 minute 35 seconds. And Dalisda.
In this side position, the hip motion is completely eliminated, because what's above your hips? Air. Nothing. So that's the reason why many fighters, like we said earlier, prefer a side position or half guard.
Yes.
Rather than full mount.
And Dalisda is so heavy on top, and the output's been really good as well from her. It's a high-paced fight. I mean, a lot of people will watch this and when they don't understand the nuances, the details of grappling, they'll say, oh, she's just laying on top of her, but she's got excellent understanding of positional, top position in particular. Final 50 seconds.
Final 50 seconds, and maybe if there was round number 4 and 5, and there isn't, because this is non-title fight, I think she would get the finish, because she's gaining more and more confidence on the ground against Chochlíková. And watch out, there's a, what's that? Arm triangle attempt?
I think she's quite got that there, but you heard the crowd.
Full mount.
Yeah, full
Last
mount.
20 seconds.
And what a way to finish this round, this fight. And back-to-back events, Dalisda has risen to the occasion. She has made her mark, and it looks like tonight she will see this one out. Oh!
Last 5 seconds.
Oh, went for the heel, and credit to Monika Chochlíková fighting to the very last second. But tonight it belongs to Katharina Dalisda, right? The right game plan, the right discipline, perfect conditioning to fight at that pace for 3 rounds. Very impressive.
Yeah, plus in that first round, it was in the favor of Dalisda. But in that second and third round, it really seemed like Dalisda gained the confidence to take Chochlíková down and then dominate.
And the team look extremely happy with the work that young lady has put in, not just over this event, but the last one in Frankfurt as well. There's the kick in the third round. She caught it like a little knee tap to get it to the mat. And from this position, we saw in round 1, Chochlíková able to get up a couple of times, 3-4 times. But as it wore on that, as the pressure took the cardio and the gas out, she wasn't able to get up and basically spent the whole time underneath Dalisda. There's the numbers. Huge difference, right, Jan?
Huge difference. Totally in favor of Dalisda.
There you go. There's not much emotion comes from this little lady, but we just saw a little smile. And she deserves to smile. What a 2 fight she's had. Yep. Mallory Martin, Oktagon 36. And now, looks likely Monika Chochlíková here at Oktagon 37. Let's make it official. Let's hand it to the man with the mic, Andrei Novotny.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, this bout goes to the judges' scorecard. So let's see how the judges score this fight. 30-26, 30-27, and 30-27. All for the winner, which is coming from the red corner, Katharina "TIGRESS" Dalisda. Blue corner, sorry. Váš potlesk si zaslouží také Monika Chochlíková za to, že vzala tak velkou výzvu.
Warum? Ist doch eigentlich ganz gut
You're
gelaufen.
not really happy with your performance. Why?
Ich weiß, ich kann es viel besser, gerade das Wrestling. Ich habe hart verkrampft am Anfang, es hat mich sehr viel Energie gekostet. Mein
I'm
Striking
not
war auch
really
sehr
happy. I know
eingefordert.
I can really fight much better. I am a better wrestler. The warm-up was okay. It has been okay over the last few days, but it was
So even though she was winning
wasn't
the
good
fight,
today.
she said she was
But
absolutely
still, I
not
won.
happy with her level of performance. She said her striking was freezing. She didn't didn't make the performance she wanted, even though she won. So that is one hell of a statement. Okay, also jetzt bist du 2:0 bei Oktagon. Sieht bestens aus. In der Vergangenheit war es ja öfters so, dass du sehr oft in kurzer Zeit gekämpft hast. Wann sehen wir dich denn wieder?
That looks really good. When are we going to see you again?
Ich bin auf jeden Fall ready.
I hope soon. I'm ready for whatever comes. I'm going to have some rest, but I'm definitely ready for a title fight after that as well.
Again, she said she's going on a vacation now for 1 week. But what about the title fight in the women's strawweight division? That would be one hell of a matchup. So she's definitely ready for it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks for everything. It was a pleasure to fight here. It's a great arena, and it was a pleasure to fight against the local hero.
Thank you very much, Katharina Dalisda.
In 2023, 16 elite fighters from all over Europe will enter a single pyramid and over 5 tournaments. They will fight for a share of 1 million euros in prize money. Already included are the #1 Hungarian fighter,
Kurtets looking for the takedown, got the body lock.
Mate Kurtets, German warrior.
He is summoning the Celt within him to furiously pound down.
Christian the Celt Junkworth. The only fighter outside of Europe will be Oktagon fan favorite, the Brazilian Predator, Apollo Silva. Serbian Prometheus, Bojan Velikovic. The middleweight champion,
Oh, look at this!
Patrick Kinkel. German superstar, Christian Eckerlin. The undisputed welterweight king, David Cosma. Plus, many more fighters from around Europe. They will all fight for their share of 1 million euros. And the winner of the grand finale will take home a check for 300,000 euros. Ladies and gentlemen, Oktagon MMA brings you Tip Sport Game Changer. For more information, start following us on social media at oktagon.tv.